back to OG Reefs and Aquariums. So today we're going to address something that I'm sure 90% of you out there don't address. So before I go any further, like, subscribe, hit the subscribe button below. If you haven't subscribed, the Unanima team. Anyway, whatever. Okay. All right. So check us out. So we want to keep a reef tank. So in the reef tank, we have things that we try to reproduce. Basically, we want to reproduce the ocean or the coral reef in a glass box. So we get salt water, we check parameters, we check nitrates, we check phosphates, we check calcium, magnesium, alkalinity, we buy live rock, we get vertebrates to help clean the tank, we get maintenance crew, we get skimmers, we get pumps to mimic the waves in the ocean, we feed plankton, we do all this stuff to mimic the actual inhabitants that are required for coral growth, and then we buy lights, we stick them on top, and then we guess. Right? And then most times than not, our corals grow. But are they at the potential? Right? So it's kind of like you're baking a cake. You go to the oven, the instructions say 350, and you cut the oven on, and yeah, it's about 350, but it could be 330. It could be 370. It's all hot. It's close enough. And if you're not on 350, you don't hit that number, the cake might cook, but it's not right. Same thing with coral. So in coral, we want to try our best to mimic the sun. Now, we're not going to replace the sun. But there's known parameters, they're par readings, in which certain type of species of corals thrive. Now, you can put it in and judge it by eye, and if you see, most people see the SPS is growing, they leave it alone. Then they adjust the color temperature to make it pop, and they leave it alone. And the coral look great, but is the coral looking the way it should? Is it growing as fast as it should? Does it actually reach its potential? And the only way to do that is with a par meter. Right? So why guess when for a mere $80 you can rent a par meter and get the true indication? Then once you map out your tank, then you adjust your lighting, then you can go in and make an educated guess to where your corals. Now we know that LPS corals normally are on the lower part of the tank because they're lower light. Well, how low is that light in your tank? Is it 70? Are you looking at 70 par? Are you looking at 140 par? Judgment is the difference. It seems minor, but when you get thousands of dollars like I have in coral, and then you have a coral that requires high light, and then you look at it and it's bleaching, you wonder, what's up with this? Why is it bleaching? It requires high light. Well, maybe that's a hot spot, and it's like 1200 par. A little to the left, 450. A little to the right, 300. Just that, knowing that and making them slight modifications, it's the difference between losing a $350 Walt Disney coral and having something that blossoms, turns into a mini colony, and you're able to frag off and quickly recoup your money. So with that, I got a Prodigy par meter. What I'm going to do is take a picture of the tank, of the actual tank it is, and I'm going to measure spots in the tank, and I'm going to register those numbers, transfer those numbers to the photo, get a better layout of what my tank is. If there's a coral in a potential spot that I want to keep there, and if it's not, I'm going to adjust the brightness. I'm going to give you the measurements. I'm using 2 Radion G4 Pros XR30s. I got a 110 gallon Waterbox, and I'll give you the height, consistency, and everything. All right, let's take it from here. All right, so here's the tank. It's a Waterbox 110. We're looking at 48 inches across, 22 inches deep. These are 2 Radion X30 Pros, Generation 4. They are mounted approximately, well, they're actually, I say from water level, they're about 9 inches, but it has a diffuser on them. This diffuser actually evens out, takes away the disc going, so I'm sure it drops par. So we say actual from water level is 7 inches from, well, actually no, let's look at that. The water surface. It's about 9 inches water surface. And they're set at 80%. So I took a picture of the tank, and as I take 3 measures from each area, and I'll take the average of the 3 readings, then I'm going to transfer that over. And in return, I'm going to transfer that over to this picture. So I'm going to put the measurements of the par in relationship to the tank, so I can get an idea of surface, boom, boom, whatever. Okay. So let's take the top off the tank. Now it's important to do that, to take this measure with the flow, how it's going to be in the tank, because the surface reflects light, right? So you get different readings. So if I stop the flow, it'd be a different reading than if I had the flow on. Okay. So this is the part. I'm going to show you guys a couple, then I'm going to fast forward, get to the end, and show you where that comes out. So I'm basically going to do surface, highest rock point, mid, sand. I'm going to do front, back, medium, in between. If I come across any hot spots, I stop, talk to you guys, and I would, if I'm too far off, I'm going to adjust the intensity of the actual radions to give me the part that's missing, right? So here we go. So just right here, just out of curiosity, it's 1,000 part. So let's go back up to where my peak calic is. Right here, I'm at 350 par. So I'm going to take a couple more readings around it just to make sure. 350. This is actually 400. So from here to here, and it's amazing how the par changes from a matter of feet from here, a matter of inches. So this is reading about 400 par. This is reading about 350. It's a difference of 50 par here, and that's basically because this is where I can and cannot place coral. So if I get something, and once again, like a Walt Disney, which is a highlight, high flow, I know that you know, ideally I need to have it for optimal color, which is where highlight. It's in this region here. Okay, right? Or I can actually go within here at 300. I know that across the bed here, I'm actually at 300 also. All right, so that's it. Like, subscribe. Hit me below. The par reader I used was a Apogee, I think it is. Apogee? I can't even pronounce it. I don't know what model and number. It's from BRS. Oh, okay. Model MQ510. BRS, you get it for like $450. But you got 60 days to use it. Return it. They charge you $80 stocking fee. So basically, it's an $80 rental. And you truly don't want to buy it because now I have my numbers. But you have multiple tanks. There's no other need for it. All right. Let me give you a... We're going to end out with a preview of the tank, and like, subscribe, and yeah, let's go to the tank.